All right, are you someone that's aging in place, or maybe you are a child or a grandchild of a person who is aging in place? I'm gonna go over 9 home modifications for aging in place. I'm Brian Tessier, and if homeowners are planning on aging in place, it's important to make home modifications that will keep them safe. Now, it's always a good idea to make these changes ahead of time, being proactive, than it is to wait until they actually need them. There are things like walk-in showers, handrails, and entryway ramps to get into the house without having any steps may immediately come to mind. But there are other changes that can make a big difference in the safety of an older homeowner. Here are 9 home modifications for those homeowners planning to age in place. Number 1, add more lighting. Less lighting, more lighting. Lighting should be plentiful and overhead, especially when we're talking about the well-traveled areas like hallways. There's another thing that I absolutely love, and that's motion-censored light switches. So it makes it real easy if it's pitch black, or if it's semi-dark, or if they're just older and have a hard time seeing. They don't have to worry about hitting a switch. The switch detects their motion coming into the room or the hallway, turns on. In some of these switches, though higher end ones, I think, a little more expensive, you can adjust how bright it gets, and you can adjust how sensitive and how long it stays on. So that's something to think about. Number 2, create high color contrast. What does that mean? A high contrast color palette throughout the home will help improve visibility. Consider contrasting colors for different surfaces such as walls, floors, trim, as this will help elders distinguish depth perception sometimes and just help them navigate easily. So maybe one wall's dark blue, maybe one wall's white, and when their sight starts going, maybe it blends together. That is what they are referring to when they say color contrast palette, for brown wall, white wall, etc. Okay, number 3, rearrange furniture. A more open floor plan with wider paths between the furniture will obviously help decrease bumps, or falls, and it could even increase mobility. If you're going furniture shopping, you need new furniture, try to get furniture with like smooth, rounded edges instead of being so pointy. Number 4, replace cabinet and door handles. Aging homeowners often experience decreasing dexterity and strength. Large D-shaped handles will allow for a better grip over some smaller handles, or just knobs or twisties or something like that. Some of those get their fingers in there and pull it open. You should probably have them in your home too. I learned this a long time ago. If you have a hot boiling pan of water or something heavy, you need to open something. We do it all the time. Try to get that finger around there. If it's a knob, it's real tough. But if it's a hook it in, open it up. Number 5, you can upgrade their faucets. What do you mean upgrade their faucets? So there are, just like the doorknobs I talked about, there's some larger single handle levered faucets instead of knobs. Sometimes you squeeze those knobs on. If you shut the water off real tight with the knobs, you can't get them back open. But a single spout, little lever, up and down, up with your fingers, down with your arm. Another thing, it's a little bit more on the expensive side, is sometimes you can get the motion sensitive kitchen faucet where there's like a beam you can't see, and when you break it, it turns on. You break that beam, it turns off. There are even faucets that are touch on, touch off. And nowadays, a lot of the modern faucetry, we'll call it, in the shower and on the regular faucets, has some sort of scalding hot protection. So if you're gonna do a kitchen renovation or a faucet swap out, check those out. Okay, number 6, change flooring. For those willing to invest a little bit more in aging in place, a change in flooring can increase accessibility. So if you're gonna have carpet, which seems to be going by the wayside nowadays, you should have a low pile. So it's not real high up, real shaggy. And this will prevent tripping. If you're walking and you step on your nightie, or if your feet are starting to drag a little bit, the low pile will help prevent tripping. Now, for those of you that still have some real hardwood flooring left, it's not too often we have that anymore. I'm trying to make sure that it's a low glare type of hardwood floor. So some flooring, such as cushioned vinyl or even cork flooring, are a good option, because if one does fall, it's a little bit softer. There's a little bit more give, a little bit more cushion, if you will. Okay, number 7, add more seating. Senior homeowners may need to take more breaks, or lazy people. when walking throughout their homes. If space allows, consider placing extra seating in hallways, especially at the top and bottom of steps. Number 8, making doorbells and any type of alarm system more accessible. Doorbells and alarms such as smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors that are loud and have some sort of visual aspect can more easily alert elder homeowners with maybe some impaired hearing, and that'll increase their safety. Okay, our last one is widen doorways. For senior homeowners that use some sort of walking support device, or maybe using some sort of walking support device in the future, canes, wheelchairs, the walker, I think it's called, the walker, it's a good idea to widen them before they're actually needed. Many homeowners' doorways do not meet the ADA, which is Americans with Disabilities Act accessibility standard of 32 inches. And that sums up the 9 home modifications for aging in place. If aging in place is not a possibility and you are facing a point in your life where these 9 things would be good in a new house, feel free to reach out to me. I'll do the best I can to help you anywhere in the world. Why? Because you matter.